You and Tabitha come to in a basement, a mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains standing on the stairwell, as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. Remains? What do you mean remains? I don't remember. Come to think of it, why didn't we think to invite Sybil to... well... seems like it would be right up her alley. Ah, the spirit is gone and the two of you are back, and both of you are whole. You're a whole. I have to admit that this is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Joe Bob. Indeed. Hello, again, Sybil. Or should I call you... No, I shouldn't. I hope you don't mind, but I took advantage... I hope you don't mind, but I took advantage of the distraction to free everyone else. They're all outside. Take all the time you need to collect yourselves. I'll see you out there. Sybil heads up the stairs, leaving you and Tabitha alone in the basement. That girl ain't right. Huh. So that actually worked. Of course it did. It's one of my plans, so it couldn't possibly have failed. I would have just loaded if it did, after all. I've got to stop picking fights with you. Afraid I'm gonna destroy you with facts and logic? You're right to be afraid. So Sybil's got some actual mysticism going on, huh? No shit. The real thing we should be worried about with regards to Sybil is, well, the obvious. Before you go, you decide to investigate the shallow ground in the middle of the room. Tabitha follows close behind you and watches as you dig. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. There's another stone carving down there, just like the one we saw in the mines last night. This must have been where the map took him. Just like? No, not just like. Look at it, it's a lot different, but it's similar. Your cousin stands in contemplative silence. We shouldn't leave him here, right? Maybe we can come back tomorrow and give him a proper burial. Maybe. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Get out of my head for taking none of the channel dialogue options. Does that mean... Hang on. Okay. So I got 2 achievements. Get out of my head and seance, which are, with the mystical trait, take none or every channeled dialogue option in the haunted house. I assume, obviously that's referring to those ones at the bottom. Well, it didn't seem to change so far, so let's save this and go back to our main one, the get out of my head achievement run. Interesting that there's an achievement specifically for, with the mystical trait, not taking any of the channeled dialogue options. And about half of the number of people who have played this game have gotten it. So, you very well may be seeing something very unique. Or maybe it doesn't mean anything at all. Who knows? You're outside. At last. At long fucking last. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. Finally, we're out of the fun house. Indeed. I'm gonna go wait by the car. The last thing I want to do after all that is talk to people. So you're forcing it onto me, eh? How cruel. After I saved us all with facts and logic like that, you ruined me. Then again, I could go wait by the car, too. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. I'm gonna peace out, too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. See ya, Zane. Zane walks off the road. Zane walks off down the road, rather. What a zany guy. How were we supposed to know it would be like that? You weren't. Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. What, yesterday? You mean that time when us poking around was the only reason why those kids actually got out of there alive rather than being crushed under a fucking cave-in? I think now is exactly the time to be poking around in the supernatural, because the supernatural is poking around in us. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so sore. You best start believing in ghost stories, Kanika. You're in one. My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days at least. Joe Bob, is it really gone? Yep. It took me to court, but I hit it with a sweet fucking turnaround and sent it right to ghost jail. Good times. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gaslit your ghost to death. Shut up. I just saved all your skins through the power of my master debate skills. Oh yes, I'm a master debater. Show up as I see. This house is clean. I don't know about clean. This house is clean. Say the line. What? Don't really know what line you're talking about, but okay. Sure. I witnessed it myself. Joe Bob convinced the spirit to move on from this world, and it did. Yep, that's amazing. Well, to be fair, it didn't exactly have a strong case. So I can't claim all the credit. Well, I can, but I have to give credit to the ghost itself for being such a loser. Wow, I guess I owe you one. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make it up to you. To think that ghosts are actually real. Scylla's got to be over the moon right now. Yeah, she sure looks it. Actually, wait, where is Stella? She's right there! Anyway, hang on. Let's see. Let's see if any of these actually changed anything besides the initial response. As soon as I saw you in that tank top, I knew I'd do whatever it'd... As soon as I saw you in that tank top, I knew I'd do whatever it'd take to get rid of your ghost. This town won't lose its hot librarian on my watch. You give Oscar an enthusiastic wink. Time to seal the deal. Hot librarian? Are you talking to me? Are you just going to flirt with everyone or something? Yes. Definitely. Absolutely. Oscar's face flushes red with embarrassment. Why don't you swing by tomorrow, Joe Bob? We can, chat about what happened tonight. Is this actually happening right now? And here I thought tonight couldn't get any more exciting. Ha ha Kanika glanced at the ground and awkwardly shuffled her feet. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gaslit your ghost to death. That's a rather interesting way of putting it, but yes. I witnessed Joe Bob convince the spirit to move on from this world. Same as the other. Okay. It's a bit of a Hail Mary, but yeah, it's gone and I didn't have to sacrifice anything. You're too modest. It's a considerable feat to reason with a spirit like that. Let's see. Okay. I just saved all your skins through the power of my master debate skills. Real humble. But thanks. I can't believe you actually got us out of there. Okay. I'm surprised nobody commented on the master debate part. That's just that, and that. Remain silent. It's gone, Oscar. It would seem that Joe Bob somehow managed to convince the spirit to move on from this world. Okay. Which one? Which one? I'm sure if I knew whatever that was a reference to, that would be a tempting option. But I don't, so fuck it. Let's go for the funny one. Where is Stella? Oh, she's just standing there, by herself. That isn't like her. Yeah, by the sounds of it, I think she got hit the worst out of any of you. Probably because she was the one playing, you know, the what was it? The protagonist, the deuteragonist, the antagonist, the love interest, all of the above, I guess. She okay? Guess. Let's just go talk to her. I'm gonna go check in with her. No point asking whether or not she's okay. Obviously she isn't. You walk over to Stella. I've never seen anything like what we saw tonight. Absolutely dreadful. And I don't think my dear Stella is having an easy time with it. Oh, hey, Joe Bob. I'm so sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner. Believe me, I tried. Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. She hurries off down the road. Now the other options. What if she's still possessed? I'm starting to think Stella might be a bit of a flake. That's... What would they respond to? Yeah, that's about what I expected. Okay. Let's just remain silent. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens. I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We wouldn't want that cold of yours to get any worse. What? There was another carving in there. They keep giving me visions. Leave it at that, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town? And they've been giving you visions? This is news to me, too. Well, not around town, per se. Well, I guess around town. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Joe Bob, if you have the time, I'd love to discuss these visions over tea, after you've had the chance to get some rest. I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I have let this happen? 'Cause you're stupid, that's how. You couldn't have known what was going to happen, Oscar. None of us could have known. Don't blame yourself. I'd seen it before. I should have known it could get worse. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just gonna sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was gonna make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you've both had a difficult time with this, but the storm has passed and everything's worked out. Things will start getting better from here. I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms, and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? That creep threatened her? Should we be worried about her? He also crushed a ditchling with his bare hands. It was actually kind of hot. Oh my god, gross. Ew. I haven't seen this guy, but I get it. Some people are into the thrill of danger. Thank you, Avery. There was someone else in there? But that's my house. Rosalina and I live there. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Joe Bob for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. You seem awfully insistent on trying to get us to not discuss all of this shit that really needs to be discussed, Sybil. Gee, I sure wonder why that would be. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. Were you all conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other. Yeah. It was awful. Kind of fun too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. Funny how you happened to come by just at the right time to free them after I've already saved the day. That is some convenient timing. What was it like, being puppeted? They all glance away. It hurt. Why didn't I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them. Dad, this might be the overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? Yeah, besides, overwhelming pain and exhaustion builds character. If all this character doesn't kill me first. I had no idea what I was going to say until the words were already spilling out. It was like I had no control over myself. Yeah? I kinda know what you mean. I remember each and everything I said. It's like it was burned into my memory. You poor souls. I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. I think I know pretty damn well who you were supposed to be, Kanika. I'm surprised you don't, but then again, well, you only saw it from the inside. The words just came out. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I felt... I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. Interesting. That is a sort of funny thing. Just feel simultaneously powerful and in control of everything, and yet also a puppet. Or something like that, anyway. I was just cold. Oh yeah, Avery was the prisoner, wasn't he? I think. It's been a while since I last recorded this. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will. Thank you. All of you, again. Wait, you will be a stranger? Hang on. Was there another dialogue option? Hold on. I thought I saw... No, there wasn't. Okay. So I wonder... Is there any differences here? No. Doesn't seem like there's any differences. Okay. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But... Kanika, dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. Again with the not feeling well thing. I wonder. I'll put a pin in that for now. I'll see you tomorrow, Joe Bob. But I'm wired and I want to talk about stuff. I am too. Mom. There'll be plenty of time for catching up tomorrow. There's plenty of time for catching up today. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. You need to stop letting your family walk all over you, Kanika. But maybe you can't. Before I go... Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. Is that right? If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Joe Bob. Why are you winking at me? Is this an invitation to more than just your tea room that I'm picking up here? Or are you just being weird? Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. You can't help but overhear snippets of the conversation as they leave. My whole body hurts. Mom, what was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit, dear. That doesn't help. Changing the words slightly does not help there. God damn it. I've never been a fan of the word ghost. You'll be alright. Let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? I'll bet it has. I think ibuprofen would be better. But I gotta admit, the tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. I guess it's just the two of us now. I guess it is. I didn't think you'd be the last one to leave. But here we are. The only one actually still around here willing to stick around here and talk about shit. God damn. So you have no idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever. But I remember everything I said. And I remember that cold feeling. The prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I wonder what they're up to now. Or, I guess I wonder what she's up to now. No, I wonder what they're up to now. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. Indeed. I guess you finally got some shared trauma with everyone now. Ha! What do you remember? As far as I know, all of it. I might start forgetting soon, but for now, it's all fresh. Just like you. The twisting wasn't the most pleasant, but even though I feel like I got tossed in a blender, it honestly made me feel so alive. Did it now? So you don't regret coming along tonight? Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days. But it was also kind of amazing for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but how many other people can say they were possessed by a ghost? No, I think that makes perfect sense, Avery. Well, maybe. Maybe it doesn't. But either way, I think I agree. Next time we hang out, let's just do dinner and a movie. Avery chuckles and grabs at the ribs, wincing. Gotta admit, this probably brought us closer than any dinner and movie ever could. Nothing like shared traumatic experiences, right? But I guess we shouldn't aim to have any more of them. Ha! Indeed. I'll make you some pesto and fettuccine. Seems like a much less dangerous way to spend an evening. I'll do the cooking. You won't even have to interact with knives. A zero-danger date. Assuming you trust my cooking, anyway. I wouldn't say no to that. Anyway, I better head home and get some rest. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. Here's hoping. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Almost empty. Time to wrap things up here. Indeed, it's time to wrap things up. So, until next time, I've been... No, I'm not actually ending the video here, don't worry. Go back to the estate. The ride back is quiet, but not tense. Tabitha looks lost in thought as her glazed eyes stare at the winding mountain road. This looks familiar. So, I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, I guess so. Assuming that wasn't all a big shared hallucination, but yeah. How do you feel about that? The same as I felt before we went to that house. Same as yesterday, eh? You'd be surprised how quickly people adjust to terrible realities. No, I would not. I'd much rather move on for what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it. And I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. Still, you did a good job tonight. You're goddamn right I did. I don't think I could have done what you did. Maybe, maybe not. If I was stuck in there without you, I would have just left that ghost behind as soon as I had the chance. I'm glad it didn't have to come to that. You're welcome, then, Tabitha. If you ever need me to provide legal defense against a ghost again, you know where to find me. Well, sometimes you know where to find me, anyway. Thanks for coming along tonight. That place would have been a lot worse without you. Yeah, would have been on. I would have been fucking on my own entirely, pretty much. Don't mention it. We're family. Yeah, but that doesn't have to mean anything. It's very, very easy for that not to mean anything at all. Do you trust me now? I don't like having to answer questions like that. They're the sort of thing Perlan would turn into a weapon. There was always an ulterior motive with that woman. But yeah, sure, I trust you. I'm not a big fan of that question either, but when you put it like that... Well, maybe it's for the best that I asked it then. You slide back into silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. We make our way into silence as the car slides back to the estate. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Quite so. Well, we're back. I still can't believe we all made it out in one piece. I never doubted it for a second. Never doubt me again, Tabitha. Oh hey, I actually do have an option to tell her about this later today. Neat. I mean, better late than never, I suppose. But first, I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Without all of the bullshit. Your cousin sighs. What do you want to know? You really didn't want me to talk to him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. So Wayne's a he now. Back in the ghost realm, he was an it. Does it really matter? I was scared in there, and right now I'm so exhausted I can barely think straight. Who cares if Wayne is a he or an it anyways? Either way, he's bad news, and you'd best steer clear. Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? Because if that's the case, steering clear of him might be problematic. No, he's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. Did you kill him? I mean, I think she'd be a bit more concerned about him walking around if she had killed him, if you catch my drift. Also, you know, the last thing she needs right now is to be accused of murder. That would be a bit gauche. So why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason to not talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. Why is he all gross? I assume he wasn't like that back when you were dating him. He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. And part of why he was able to break into that whatever weird ghost escape that was. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. Do you think Stella is okay, like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. I mean, I'm pretty sure she isn't okay, but yeah, I am worried about her. She has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. Oh wait, obviously I shouldn't tell her that I talked to Isaacs if I'm going to tell her about the strike. Duh. Anyway. Oh, before I forget, word on the street is that your miners are planning a strike. Figured you should know. What? Who told you this? My sources are confidential. If you want good info, they'll stay that way. I think this is exactly the same exchange as earlier. Fine. That I remember. Ugh, I knew that's what they were ramping up to. But they're bluffing. They value their paychecks too much to take on that kind of risk. Thanks for the heads up, though. It means a lot. Eh? Oh, was that the last one? Hang on. Yeah, actually, I wonder what happens if I do tell. I wonder. Hang on. I leave it at that. Yeah, okay, I can tell her about this. Hang on. Are there any other things I can say about Isaac's? Hang on, let me see what happens if I go down this route. Just want to make sure there aren't any extra things I'm missing. You know how it is. I talked to Isaacs today. One of the miners? Why? Ah yes, see? Telling about the strike isn't the only option here. He knew Sam Wayne. The man he described was not the Wayne we know. He's right. Wayne is not the decent man I used to know. I don't know what that has to do with me. Clearly you broke him by breaking his heart. The breakup was mutual, actually, but thanks for bringing it up. The miners think you had a hand in it. I didn't. Yeah, I believe you. Mostly. This is all seeming beyond whatever you might have done. Your men are scared of you. They think you're a murderer. Your cousin Sai. You, cousin Sai. Thank you, Scarlet Hollow. Very cool. Fine. If it keeps them in line, they can have their little fantasies. Better they think I'm a murderer than a pushover. Interesting priorities there. I feel like you can have neither, but... Sure. Look. I'm looking. If people are going to talk behind my back, I at least want you to know my side of things. And then we're getting you to bed. Herland didn't like it when I dated someone for too long. She'd pressure me to break up with them, and if I pushed back, she'd find a way to handle it herself. If you want to know what went wrong with Wayne, you'd be better off asking her. But she's dead as a doornail, so unless we're stuck dealing with 2 ghosts in 1 week, that's not happening. Well, shit. What the fuck? What a weird thing to do. What a very weird thing to do. That... Oh. Hang on. There's something to that. There's 100% something to that. Case closed. Be honest. Did you off the old lady? I won't judge. I wouldn't blame you. I'd have done it myself. She smoked 3 packs a day for 50 years. She was not a healthy woman. Why am I even talking to you about any of this? I'm going to bed. Good night. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. And then the bus comes. You don't seem particularly cheerful about that. Have I grown on you like a mold? Hang on. That's really messed up. The woman was desperate for grandchildren, and she never got any. May she rot in hell. She was desperate for grandchildren, but she chased away all your suitors? What a strange person. Okay, so I don't have to end the conversation right there. Good, good. Oh, before, yeah, here we go. Let me just give her the information about that. We might have gotten rid of that ghost, but I'm still traumatized. That's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Let this be a lesson to you, Joe Bob. Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. Turn into what? Turn into a sleeping person, that's what. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. Yeah, that 4 more days, and that's all. That's all. And then the bus comes. You can't tell me what to do. We barely got out of there in one piece tonight. Eventually all of these risks are gonna catch up to you. Nonsense, my dear Tabitha. I am invincible. And then we never have to see each other again. Yeah, we never have to see each other again. I'd like to stay in touch after all this is done. Maybe we could do that. It has been kind of lonely, being the only Scarlet in our generation. It would be nice to have someone else in the family. We'll see how things go. On the other hand, you know, I don't have to leave the holler. I could get used to this place. That's good to hear. It would be nice, not being the only Scarlet left. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers, because I've discovered that I have the ability to teleport. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest, but disaster still looms over the town of Scarlet Hollow. Still, tonight was a good night, and you fall asleep with a gentle, well-earned smile on your face. Okay. That's that. No final animation thing for this. I guess they blew their fancy semi-animation budget on the bit earlier. So that means we're ending an episode with an actual proper outro this time, I guess. I got unclean, end episode 3 without having showered. Ha. What a fucking day, eh? What a day. Honestly, for all the shit that we went through, I'd say that was our finest hour, by far. So far, anyway. And hey, we finally got to really start to bond with our cousin. Yeah, I can't believe today was a good day. So, without any further ado whatsoever, and there certainly has been some of that, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.